I would like to introduce the Fairfield Fire Department Honor Guard. Please stand for the presentation of the colors. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, face.
Please be seated. I'd like to introduce Fairfield Fire Chaplain Bill Lemieux to provide the invocation.
Good afternoon. I'm Bill Lemieux. I'm one of the fire chaplains here at Fairfield Fire. I've known John for a long time, at least 20 years. I know it's more. Actually, I knew of John, I think we were in Boy Scouts together, like way back. I think John was just coming in as I was going out. And we went to elementary school together. We have common friends. But when I got to know John was when we worked together as an engine company. John was the firefighter, I was the engineer, and Chief Rodeo was the captain. That's when I really got to know John. And I could tell you guys funny stories about John, and he could tell you funny stories about me, but that's not what I'm here to do today. What I'm here to do today is to give the invocation. Invocation, that's kind of a strange word. I looked it up. It means the action of invoking something or someone for assistance. The summoning of a deity. In other words, we're going to pray to God for John as chief. I used to think when I started as a firefighter that, chief, that sounds like a fun job. That sounds like it'd be good. And then I got a little more experience. And I realized that's not such a fun job. But somebody has to do it. And I'm thankful that John is willing to step up and to do that. John is a quiet man of strength, honor, and integrity. He doesn't just go with the flow. He does the right thing even if nobody's looking. That's somebody you want to be your chief of the fire department. Am I biased? Of course I'm biased. But it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that I'm right. Please join me now in praying for the citizens of Fairfield, for the Fairfield Fire Department, and this man as he takes on the difficult challenge of leading this department into the next era. Let's pray.
Thank you, Bill. Fire Chief John Sturdee was born and raised in Fairfield. He attended Amy Blank, Sullivan, Grange, then Fairfield High School. Chief Sturdee became a volunteer with the Fairfield Fire Department in 1989. He became an EMT and began working for Medic Ambulance in 1991, and then as a paramedic in 1994. Chief Sturdee was hired as a professional firefighter paramedic with the Fairfield Fire Department in 1996 and successfully promoted through all the ranks. Some of the career highlights of Chief Sturdee include the standardization of our standard operating guidelines, including command structure, standardization of our personal protective equipment, project manager for our training tower, served as the city's emergency manager and updated the city's emergency operations plan, built a robust critical incident stress management and peer support program, and is currently serving on the advisory committee for the Public Safety Academy. I would now like to introduce our city manager, David Gassaway.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Herrick, and good afternoon, everybody. So I'm going to be pretty brief, but what I'm going to talk about real quick in making some comments here about Chief Sturdee is I'm going to give you all a little insight into a few of the reasons why I chose him for this position, to appoint him to this position, why I know he's the right person for the position. So, John spent some time as our interim chief after Chief Lukenbach retired. And during that time, John and I had lots of conversations about the fire department as well as the organization in general. We discussed our visions for the organization and for the fire department, assessments of the way things are, and our shared perspectives on what we saw for the future of not just the fire department, but for the city of Fairfield. And it was during those conversations that I was impressed with John's insights and most importantly, his honesty and his authenticity in all of those conversations. The second was in leading up to the recruitment process. John and I had a few conversations focused on his preparation for going through the recruitment process. And again, speaking to honesty and authenticity, John admitted in a conversation with me that, for one, he hadn't interviewed for a job in a long time, but also had never interviewed for a chief level or department head level position. And one of the things that he told me through those conversations that again really impressed me was that John sought out a lot of guidance. He talked to a lot of folks to get input and feedback, not just on the process, but what he, as a leader, needed to learn and to help him grow. He brought on a coach to help him for the interview process. And again, that really impressed me. And what it demonstrated to me was that John was approaching the process and his pursuit of the chief position with a growth mindset. And finally, during the recruitment and interview process, John demonstrated confidence in how he would lead this department into the future. He was candid about the challenges and optimism that he had for a plan that he was laying out, and it impressed me that he was able to communicate a strategic vision for Fairfield Fire that also fit in with the broader vision for the city of Fairfield. And it was those reasons that I knew John was the right person for this job. So as we look forward, John, I offer you one bit of advice as you now officially step into this role, and that is to follow your own leadership instincts. Be honest and authentic, maintain a growth mindset, and be strategic and forward-looking. You do that, and you're going to make one hell of a chief. And so that's my remarks. Unfortunately, Mayor Capmoy fell ill yesterday, and so she's not able to be here this evening, which I know she was really, really bummed about when I talked to her earlier today. So, John, she sends her warmest regards and congratulations to you. She was going to be administering the oath of office, and so instead, we will have Councilman Rick Vaccaro pinch hitting, and he will administer the oath of office. So, Councilman Vaccaro.
Okay. Well, everyone, as David said, I didn't know I was doing this till about 10 minutes ago, so I'm kind of pinch hitting. But I just want to say one thing before John comes up. It's an honor to swear in John. I know his longstanding service here in Fairfield, and now about to be sworn into the best fire department, the leader of the best fire department in Solano County. So come on up, John. Okay, so raise your right hand. And I, John Sturdee, do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you, Councilmember Vaccaro. And now pinning Chief Sturdee's badge is his fiancee, Jamie Price.
Okay, oof, that was a lot. Good afternoon, everybody. So, already getting a little sorry. There's two things I'm not really known for at work. One is talking a lot, the other is being emotional. Tonight, I can't guarantee either of those, so I'll try to get through this as best I can. I've been practicing it, so I should be good. But when I was a little boy, the only thing I could ever remember wanting to be when I grew up was a firefighter. During my senior year of high school, I became a volunteer with the city of Fairfield. And my best friends from school, Ricky and Charlie, are both here. They can attest to this. No matter what we were doing, we could be hanging out, having a great time. As soon as the pager went off, I was out the door. I'd leave them hanging to try to race down to the fire station and catch the engine and try to get to whatever call was happening at the time. It used to drive them crazy, but that's how passionate I was about it even back then. At the time I turned 26, I became a Fairfield firefighter, fulfilling my lifelong dream. At that time, I certainly never could have imagined that I would become the fire chief. I'm truly honored and grateful for the opportunity to serve as Fairfield's fire chief. I want to extend my gratitude to the executive command staff, Taylor, Stephen, and Rob, for their support and wisdom. This achievement is not mine alone, but a testament to the collaborative spirit of our team. Thank you to the City Council for your leadership and support. City Manager Gassaway and the senior leadership team, we faced many challenges, but together, with resolve and dedication, I'm confident we'll turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and improvement. And I want to thank you for your support and guidance through this process. Those outside of the City of Fairfield Public Safety may not know this, but Fairfield enjoys a unique relationship with our police department. It allows both departments to provide life-saving services that many cities just do not, such as tactical medics, police department Narcan, public safety first aid, and unified response to active killer incidents, just to name a few. Chief Marshal, you were one of the first people to reach out to me to offer your counsel and guidance. I really appreciate you and your staff and your officers, and I know together we'll continue to elevate public safety for our community. To our command staff, our administration, the Fire Prevention Bureau, thank you for your support and dedication to the department, to the city. You are the glue that keeps this department together. And I would like to call out Anjali and acknowledge her for setting everything up today. She's done a lot of work behind the scenes to make this happen, so I appreciate that work. And then I think it's important to acknowledge our retirees. You guys paved the way, and your work back then has made the department what it is today. So I thank you for that. Thank you to the Solano, Contra Costa, Napa, CAL FIRE, OES, the chiefs that showed up. I've reached out to many of you for advice and guidance, and that was truly invaluable for me to be able to hear your experiences, so I appreciate you for that. I also want to acknowledge my future in-laws, Nola and Keith. Thank you for raising such good kids, especially Jamie, and for your support. To my best friends, Ricky, Karen, and Charlie, thank you for always being there to support me, even when I drove you crazy back in high school with the volunteer days. They used to give me such a hard time about that. To my mom and my sister, thank you for your love and support. You know, firefighting's a tough business, not only for the firefighters, but also for their families. Sorry. And mine is no exception. My kids, Damon, Christian, Talon, Michaela, thank you for always being there for me. Dealing with when I was grumpy and sleep deprived, the day before and the day after holiday celebrations. Thankfully, Santa Claus was on a firefighter schedule, so we made it work. But you guys really got me through a lot of the tough shifts. Lakin and Isla, yeah, I'm talking to you, Lakin. You are the loves of my life, and thank you for reminding me of what's truly important. Jamie. I'll get there. Thank you for your unconditional love and support. Now, she'll tell you that there's conditions, but I know better. Your encouragement, patience, and understanding make every challenge easy and every success more meaningful. You've always had my back, and you've sacrificed so much for me. I appreciate your counsel and perspective, and I'm grateful you're by my side, and I very much love you. I want to ensure our community that I'm rooted and invested in Fairfield. I hope that you never need the fire department, but if you do, I can assure you that you have the best, highly trained firefighters who truly care about this community and the people I serve. To our firefighters, you are the department's biggest asset. We will strive to protect you both physically and mentally from the perils of firefighting. We'll give you the tools and training you need to do your best. I have walked a mile in your shoes, and I've not forgotten the job that you do, and I truly appreciate you for that. As I step into the role of fire chief, my vision is not only to maintain our excellence, but to elevate it, ensuring that Fairfield remains a community where safety, innovation, and compassion are the cornerstones of our fire service. I look forward to contributing my best efforts as I take on new and old challenges as the fire chief. Thank you all for your trust and belief in me. Thank you. Have a great night, and there's refreshments in the lobby.